And what is interesting today, guys, is that we are showcasing a use case that usually people don't know that GoBrunch is very powerful, which is the ability for us to create virtual offices for organizations, right? And that's what Jaziel is doing here. He created a virtual office for one department of his company, which is pretty interesting. And I started helping Jaziel. It's been, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months, which has been a very interesting journey because I really wanted to see this project in action. But yeah, first of all, again, thank you, Jaziel, for having us today. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Shade. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, Jaziel, tell us, yeah, a little bit more about you and about Texas A.
My name is Jaziel Aguilar. I am a communication um, specialist for my company, and we do a lot for the state of Texas. So I created a presentation for you guys. If you can see the screen, if you can give me a thumbs up, and I will be sharing a little bit more about who we are and what we do. So Texas ACE, A stands for After School Centers on Education. Texas ACE provides no-cost activities before and after school and during school for K through 12, that's elementary, middle school, and high school students in Title I schools. The program is federally funded through 21st Century Community Learning Centers, or known as CCLC, and administered on the state level by TEA, or Texas Education Agency. Basically, we provide technical assistance to about 682 schools, public schools, here in Texas, the state of Texas. Our mission, this is our mission, this is our mission statement, this is what we, in other words, believe in, that Texas ACE empowers students to realize their potential and change the world. That is our mission. And then we have our logo there as well. Why GoBrunch and how it started? We really wanted our meetings to be more engaged. I don't want to mention the platform we were using before, but we were exploring. My director Sean Petty was exploring some other platforms, and he encountered GoBrunch. So he just wanted our meetings to be more engaging, and this is why we just decided to test GoBrunch. So back in November of 2023, we came across GoBrunch and we just began to investigate all the features. We went into GoBrunch website. We investigated Reacher pretty well. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't. We just went ahead and just started exploring this platform to explore and start, testing it out and so on. Hey, everything worked pretty well. Just give kudos to Richard for supporting and helping and being there for us. You're an amazing guy, Richard. I don't know you in person. I've seen you here on GoBrunch and through email, but thank you so much for that help. So by late January of this year, our technical support staff started utilizing this platform as a virtual office. So all of them started, we gave them a virtual office, and they started offering technical assistance to all of our after school and summer school leaders here in Texas. We also offer office hours once a week for 2 hours here on GoBrunch, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. All right, so this is our Texas ACE Community GoBrunch page. As you can see, it looks like a small village. That was the idea of just creating a virtual space, a virtual village. So our leaders could just go in and join our help desk office. They could go in and have one-on-one meetings with coaches. As you see right here, there's a vice office right here. That is where my office is, and some of my colleagues that are in here as well. We haven't We have a virtual office. I've had so many meetings there with external people, and it has been amazing. And right now, we are located in the Texas Ace Auditorium. This is where we are right now, as we also have an Ace Lounge, and we'll explore in a minute as well. All right, so this is our virtual office for our help desk hours. We have our coaches, our technical assistant coaches, that go in once a week, join this office once a week, and they just leave the door open, which is an amazing feature that GoBrunch has. You can lock the door, you can unlock them. So they just go in, they unlock the door, and we get our people from Texas just joining in and ask, asking questions, and we support them, and we, if they are, more than 4 or 5 people joining at once, we get some of the coaches joining as well and joining one of the rooms, and we send them to rooms to make it more private. So this is our virtual.
What kind of questions they usually ask? Um, it's more like related to their job, or is something more, I don't know, like anything
Everything
related
is
to the
related.
organization.
Yes, everything is related to what they're doing after school with kids, with students.
Hmm.
As I mentioned, we serve about 600 schools here in Texas. So we get people from there. We get people from all over Texas joining and asking for support. So as I was saying, we get questions from our school leaders. We get people joining. We get principals. We get project directors. We get teachers joining and just asking questions as far basically just asking, like, are we doing this okay? Are we supposed to be doing this? Are we supposed to be doing that? And we provide that technical support. So that's sometimes them asking if they're doing something correct on our data system, or if there was, or just asking for any information on past meetings, webinars, and so on. So it's just an open space for them to join and just
And,
ask.
and and you mentioned the office hours. How often it is open?
Yes, so for 2 hours. So we have it opening
2 hours.
on Thursdays
Hmm.
for 2 hours. Yes. So as I was showing you here, this is our virtual help desk office. And everybody just comes in and just start asking for support. And we always have somebody in here for 2 hours once a week. This is more of a one-on-one meetings our coaches have with school leaders. So I went ahead and just created a building directory where they can see the coaches' names, and they could just go in and have that one-on-one with them.
Hmm.
And as you see over here, these are some examples of some offices we already have in place. So let's say Victoria or Karen want to have a meeting, a private meeting to discuss anything work related. They'll just go in and have that one-on-one meeting themselves. And as I mentioned, unlocking the door has been an amazing feature. So thank you, Richard, and thank you, GoBrunch team for that. Um, and then we also have on the other side of the building, we have another building director where I have my office, and then we have some of the technical and communication specialists as well on that side. We have our offices there. And this is also our Ace Lounge virtual space where we just leave it open for anybody to just go in. I sometimes just go in there and just start, listening to music, or I just put music, or just leave it there. But it's also an option for our attendees or participants. Let's say right now we go into a break, you guys could go on into the virtual space, the Ace Lounge virtual space, and just have conversations, or just sit there, which is an amazing feature as well. This space right here, this was created through AI, as well as all of this content was created through AI. AI is taking over a lot of things, and we don't know where it's going to go, but I'm just really excited that we were able to use AI to create these amazing virtual offices. Access for grantees. So we share a link to our tech in our Texas ACE page for our grantees, for our schools, our school leaders. So we share a link with them, um, where they can just click on it, which it's also an amazing feature that we can just share one link and have them just join. We don't have to be creating one all the time, which it has been very helpful as well. And as you're answering your questions, we send weekly reminders, and I'll show you how what that looks like right here. So in our Texas Ace website, we created this image right here. We added the
Mhm.
GoBrunch logo here, and we have our Texas Ace logo here, and we just post this every week in our page in our website, and we just ask people to join our Texas help desk for technical assistance, technical support. And here's a link. They just click there and it takes in directly to our help desk office, virtual office. And then every week we also send emails to about 500 people, just reminding them that there's going to be someone at the virtual office ready to answer questions, concerns. Um, and it's pretty interesting, Richard, because sometimes we get people that have no questions. They just go in to listen to other people's questions. You learn
Yeah.
when you're just
Yeah.
sitting there listening. So we also leave it open for anybody to just come in and listen.
Yeah, and I'm very curious. Do they usually turn on their cameras or not?
They do. They
They
do.
do.
They do. Yes, they
Mm.
do. I had meetings where people are just exploring everything. I mean, I tend to just let them explore the first 2 or 3 minutes when I'm there, so they can get familiar with all the buttons. Um, when I was meeting with them, I had a meeting about 3 weeks ago with someone, and he was just amazed. He was like, "Hey, look, we have two camera options. We have the circle cam, and then we have the other." And he was just exploring. He said, "This is amazing."
You see the teachers they have like a need for networking between themselves, two teachers together sharing experiences from different schools, but sharing different experiences on how the district is kind of, what exactly is working, what is not working. do,
Right.
do you see something like that happening?
Yes, yes. We offer this session that we call Pair and Share, where we have teachers joining in, we have our school leaders joining in, and we pick about 3, 4 school leaders to share what they're doing at their schools and the
Mhm.
practices they're implementing and so on. So we do have that option as well, when it's not just us presenting, but it's them presenting statewide. All right. There's a question in the chat. It says, "Could you say more about how and why GoBrunch is more engaging than your previous platform?" It's an easier access, a quicker access than other platforms. Other platforms ask for a lot of more information, while GoBrunch only requests is just a little bit of information, and then it stays on your system, which I think that's why we're really happy with GoBrunch, just because it's an easier access and it's more engaging. I mean, you see me right now. I have my camera on. It's just different, and um, I love the gifs as well. That's my favorite part about GoBrunch. That you can have gifs. You can send gifs. And some of the platforms don't have that option, so it's more interactive. You can move around. Um, as you see right here, you can make that different spaces where, I don't know, it feels more comfortable. Um, you can choose your office as well the way you want it. We have somebody in our team that it's very Texan, so she wanted a cowboy style. So you
That's
in
cool.
that you can bring in that style, your style. In my office, believe it or not, and maybe after this call, you guys can go in into my office. I have my dog on top of the couch, um, and it's just it's my office. I can have pictures of my dog. I can have pictures of my family. I can have pictures of anything. I had a music as well in the background, which is great. So it's more engaging. You can move around. You can move different images, videos, and so on around. So I think that's just very engaging.
Yeah, I think, yeah, more ice breaking. I definitely agree for everyone. But yeah, that's interesting because every coach they can. Are you offering the ability for them to decorate every room?
Yes, yes. I
That's really cool.
So what I'm doing is just asking our coaches like what's your style, and I just start writing what they want, what colors they want. We have an office that's like in the middle of the jungle. The windows are open, and then you see a bunch of trees, and she just likes that. So we just try to get it be more personal. um
Amazing.
yeah.